Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. In this one, we're talking about the information that you're seeing online when it comes to the St. George, Utah real estate market. We're seeing a lot of headlines out there about how much prices have dropped, how much inventory is up, how much days on market is up. We're going to be seeing a lot of that information start to pop up as we come into the next couple of months as the data has changed quite drastically. However, the purpose of this video is to give you a reminder that you have to be careful with the information that you're getting out there in the market. There's a lot of varying information, and depending on what source you're looking at, the information could vary drastically. And I want to actually share that with you here today. I'm going to show you some information that comes from a Forbes article that was written very recently compared to some information that I'm seeing directly from our Utah real estate MLS. Now, there's going to be some varying information here, so I think it'll be pretty interesting to see how these compare to each other. And with that being said, if you're looking at buying or selling real estate anywhere in the state of Utah, make sure to reach out to me. I absolutely love hearing from you guys, whether you're looking to relocate here or you already live here locally. I'd love to be your resource of choice when it comes to Utah real estate. Call, text, or email me anytime. And with that said, let's go ahead and jump into my screen here and take a look at this. All right, so as mentioned, this article right here, this is talking about the Utah housing market. It's going to cover, a bunch of just general information, but the important thing that I want to look at here is what's happening in St. George, Utah, right? So this is the 20 biggest cities' home prices and how much we've seen prices drop. Now, it's no secret that here in Utah, especially southern Utah, we've seen home prices drop pretty substantially. For the city of St. George, we actually saw a 16% price drop compared to March of 2022 to March of 2023. Now, this information here, I don't know exactly if they're looking at St. George City or if they're looking at the entire county or the entire metro area, if you will. It's a very easy mistake to make. Of course, St. George City is a separate place compared to like Washington or Santa Clara or Ivins, but oftentimes they get grouped together because they are so close to each other in proximity. So I don't know exactly what information they're showing us here, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to try and get it as close as I can and use just St. George City. So looking at this, St. George, they're saying that prices dropped 16% from $565,000 to $474,000. Now keep that number in mind because we're going to jump over here and take a look at this information directly from the MLS. So you can see on my screen here that the search criteria, the state is Utah and the city is St. George. So this is going to include all home types across the entire St. George city. Now, if we take a look at this, March of 2022, we saw a median sales price of $607,000. In March of 2023, that number dropped to $468,000. So this is information, again, coming directly from our MLS system. So from 468 to 607, that's a huge drop, right? So home prices were actually, we want this article here, home prices were actually showing to be much higher for the city of St. George than what I'm seeing here on this Forbes article. And now the median sales price is actually lower than what I'm seeing on the sales price here. So they're saying, hey, it's a 16% drop. In actuality, what I'm seeing here is almost a 23% drop from March of 2022. So that's pretty crazy information. But the thing you have to keep in mind is that this fluctuates rapidly throughout the year from month to month. If you look back here, even going from April of 2022 to May of 2022, you could say that prices dropped $100,000 here. Again, you have to remember that this is on a median basis, right? So this is not going to include off-market homes. This is not going to include homes that sell from one person to another off of the market, or if it's a for sale by owner, it very likely would not end up here. And you also have to remember that because it's a median basis, if you have a lot of really high-priced homes that sell one month, that's going to drag that number up. If the next month you get a lot of lower priced homes that sell, that's going to drag that number down. So it really depends. There's a lot of varying factors here, but the important thing is that you have to be careful with the information that you're looking at here because it is going to vary quite a bit. So they're saying, hey, 16% price drop. I'm seeing about a 23% price drop if you actually compare those 2 months to each other. There's a lot of other factors that go into play here. So again, just be careful with it. You kind of have to take this with a grain of salt. If we come down here a little bit further and take a look at this. So for St. George, they're saying that the median sales to the listing price to the sales price actually dropped about 3% year over year. So about a year ago in March of 2022, homes were selling for 101.1% above the asking price that they had online. So that means if a home was listed at $100,000 on a median basis, it was selling for $101,000 about a year ago. However, today that same home would only be selling for 97.8%, which is going to be a roughly 3% drop. In that difference here. However, again, going back and looking at this information, information, I'm seeing that home sales were selling for about 100%, so just slightly under that from what they're reporting on Redfin, as compared to now, March of 2023, where homes are selling for roughly 95% of their original listing price. So they're saying, hey, 97.8%. I'm seeing 95% on my end. This could be a 2 or a 3% difference in what you're trying to negotiate on a home. So if you go out there, it's really important to have somebody who has this information, have somebody on your side who can see this stuff so they can really help guide you through that. It's not only important to have this information, this data, but to also have somebody who is seeing what's happening in the local market every single day, who sees what homes are coming onto the market, what they're going under contract for, how much is being negotiated on, how much they're actually closing for. That's really important to have somebody who's got boots on the ground and can actually see this information in real time based on what they're feeling in the market. Because if you go out there and you're trying to negotiate, you might think, okay, cool, based on this information, I could probably get at least 2% off of the asking price. If you're buying a medium priced home at, let's say, $500,000, you might be thinking you could get, that home for like $490,000. When in actuality, because homes on a median basis are selling for about 5% less than what they're listed at, you could actually potentially negotiate up to $25,000 off of that asking price. Now, not every home is going to follow that rule. There's going to be some homes that sell for full price. There's going to be other homes that sell for a massive discount. This is just a median basis. But again, I hope you see my point here. You kind of have to be careful with this information and really have somebody on your side who understands this process. So if you're looking for some help and you want to buy or sell real estate here in the St. George area, Southern Utah for that matter, please reach out to me. My entire team and I service the entire state of Utah. We're on the ground every single day looking at deals. We're looking at properties that are coming up. We're working with buyers. We're looking at offers, making offers on properties, going through this whole process with numerous different clients every single day. So we have a pretty good handle on what's happening in the market. So with that said, my information's here on the screen. Call, text, or email anytime. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. About half of the people who watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel, and I'd love for you to be a supporter of the channel and get future videos about what's happening in St. George, Utah. With that said, thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.